divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jaguars and the Steelers, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A second down throw for Prescott. It got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Josh Downs, 77 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a fourth-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throw caught by Flowers. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Herbert now. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Herbert on first down now. Touchdown, Jaguars! Joe Mixon, 26 yards. And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. First down, Prescott. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little bit on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Herbert. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. O.J. Howard from 10 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's caught by Myers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. It's Myers again with another catch. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Now Dak, he wants to change the play. To the air again, Prescott. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Here's Herbert. Shakir hauls it in. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To the air again, Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And this one is right down the middle, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down now with that clock rolling. But now an audible here into something else. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. for Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Now Prescott going to change the play. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Steelers.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break for Herbert. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Drake Jackson,
credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. Exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now.
At the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, 27 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now inside the 25. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Jaguars. Joe Mixon. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 153 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Prescott on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Prescott, he's going to change things up here. third down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down and 6 now. Throw caught by Flowers.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away.
Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Prescott.
And his throw is incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 10-yard line.
Off the play fake, Prescott steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still third down.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Steelers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big play.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Herbert now to Mixon on the check down. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them in contract time. And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now Prescott.
Very quick throw. He's got Myers.
And he's brought down. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Steelers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down.
At the Steelers, 29.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Zay Flowers,
29 yards.
and the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
And now they'll shift things around.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Herbert. Connecting with Mixon.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing, Herbert.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A first down throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Josh Downs, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm